and welcome to episode 7. 7. Who knew we thought we'd get cancelled of Bold TV Reviews.
So we get bored.
Yeah, all that. We are here tonight to talk about best of British
films.
Our top 5 best of British films.
Not just British directors.
I think we could have an argument here tonight.
I think someone's going to get
There
jawed.
could be bloodshed.
We're going with films in Britain, kind of British actors,
No,
directors.
go for British films.
Yeah, the British films. That's what it counts as.
No, just because there's a British person in it doesn't make it a British film.
It's going to be a bumper episode. We're probably going to go over, so we might have to.
We'll see.
Tag some
we
content
might
on.
have to do something else to get everything in. But
shout out to my brother for the Pale Ale.
Cheers, dude.
Brew Dog, Lord of the Rings. Very nice.
Fellowship Pale Ale.
Cheers, Christopher. One of our biggest and only fans. Only fans.
Has he got only fans?
Yeah, no.
Right.
What have you been watching this week, JJ?
That's nice. Not much. Busy man. I did watch a film yesterday because there was nothing on telly.
And what was that?
I went for 28 Days Later.
Ooh.
Because of this. Because
Is it
of
in
what
your
we're
top
doing
5?
now. It is in my top 5.
Well, let's not talk any more about
Not
that.
talk anymore. Didn't watch any telly on Monday. That was because I'm busy on Mondays. I did watch the opening show of I'm a Celebrity. It was very long. It was quite boring. The couple of people that were rather interesting. Chris Miles has always been a favourite of mine, so it was nice to see him in there. Boy George is just weird. Probably shouldn't be anywhere near the TV.
He's going to get kicked out for some obscure reason.
Probably. He's going to chain someone to a log.
Hmm.
And Olivia Atwood did look like she was going to be quite entertaining in there, and obviously she's gone home. So that's that.
Well,
what have you been watching, sir?
Well, as I am now a content creator and movie influencer, I took it very seriously. I am one episode from finishing Blackbird on Apple TV.
Okay.
Brilliant.
Who's
Brilliant.
in that?
I'll do a review soon. Taron Egerton.
Okay.
And Stingray from Cobra Kai. Brilliant. I don't know who he is in reality, but
in real life.
Crown. The Crown starts there on Netflix season 5. I'm looking forward to watching that.
I think I've done 3. I think I've done 3 series.
I'm going to get straight into that tomorrow. I actually watched 2 movies this week. Causeway with Jennifer Lawrence
That looks
on
good.
Apple.
That does look
really good about a girl who serves in the military in Afghanistan.
You can do a review on that.
Comes home with a brain injury. Very emotional. I watched The Black Phone finally.
Fuck.
Really good movie. You should watch
Top
it.
class. Ethan Hawke.
I heard some really bad reviews, but really good.
No, it's good because there's enough in there
And
to keep it good.
the big story of the week,
Ooh.
Yellowstone, season 5, Sunday, Paramount Plus.
Load of rubbish.
Brilliant. In my top 5, as you'll see in episode 1. But yeah, so that's what's going on this week. With some reviews coming for you soon there.
So we've got, there is other news as well. Unfortunately, this week we have said goodbye to Arthur Fowler.
Yes.
He's left us.
That famous scene where he kicked off and ripped the Christmas tree down.
Yes.
Bish mentions it quite a few times. He's gone full on Arthur Fowler.
Full on Arthur Fowler. So God rest his soul. I can't remember his name, unfortunately. You might have to Google that 'cause it's a bit rude. And also, we've lost the voice of the Sorting Hat from Harry Potter.
It's a shame.
Which is a shame. Carried On films as well.
You into your games? Gaming? Your gaming. Hogwarts Legacy comes out February. And it looks like a phenomenal open world role playing
Is it a
game.
card game?
No, it's going to be a.
Is it like a Pokemon game like you play?
PlayStation.
You still
PlayStation and Xbox.
You play Pokemon Go.
I don't play Pokemon.
Yes, you do. You catch Pokemon before we do this.
He's lying.
I'm not lying.
Don't.
He's a 7-year-old girl.
I've got a fan, mate. Stop me. Okay,
Right.
let's go.
Shall we do it then? Top 5. Hang on, before we do that. Right, if you love this, because we do, you need to like and subscribe to the channel and you will get these videos directly to your YouTube app. Via the world of science.
Give us your top 5s, request
Yes.
what
Give
you
us
want to
some
see as top
comments.
5s. Yeah, we've got a request for next week, which we'll talk about at the end. Yeah, and he's still pointing.
Or tomorrow.
Yeah, or tomorrow, yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
Right
Okay.
then, you're going to go first, like you always do.
I'm always going to go first. Okay, now, I've got 31 movies on my list.
There's
It's a very long list.
24 on my list.
Okay, so this was really hard, and my
Yes, this
fifth
was
has
rock
changed
hard.
a lot. And my number 5 is East is East.
Ooh!
What a movie!
It's class. It's on my honourable mention.
It is
so
a
I
brilliant
can't say
movie. You can watch it over and over again. I liked West is West.
Nah,
But it wasn't as good.
Far superior.
Some phenomenal performances in that.
Mate.
It is a brilliant movie. It is hilarious.
Some really big actors in it as well.
I could quote it, but I don't want to because a lot of it's massively racist.
Yeah.
But it is funny and it's taken in really good, in goodwill by everyone who watches it. It's just a brilliant movie. I don't know if they could get away with it now.
No, probably
like
not.
A lot of things they couldn't get away with.
Probably not. When he gets his dinkle caught in his zip. He refuses to take his coat off.
Yeah, some of the things that go on, when he's talking about what do they call it? His tickle tackle. Is that what that was?
I think it's his tickle tackle.
His tickle tackle misses. What a movie! But that makes
Very
my top
good,
5.
yes.
Although it interchanged with about 6 or 7 movies this week. So.
Right. So we've just talked about my top number 5. 28 Days Later.
What a movie!
It was in my top.
It
5.
It was 5th.
It was in my top 5 horror.
Yes.
So I had to put it in my top 5 British. But I did watch it again last night because I wanted to see it again and see if it was still as good as it is. And oh my god, it's so
the first movie where zombies ran.
They not only run. I noticed last night they also give up.
They could probably do 100 in 10.
Yeah, but when they're in the Blackwall Tunnel and they're changing the tyre as fast as they can. Mad Eye Moody's changing the tyre on the taxi, and they can see him running, and then they all jump in the taxi and drive off, and they're literally this rhymes like, it's
proper
little strop.
It's a proper zombie movie,
and you know why it's good? And I think there's no
because Cillian Murphy comes out of hospital with that weird
not
haircut.
just they've obviously shaved it because he's got a head injury. Hasn't he? It's got Christopher Eccleston in it.
Yes.
He's never been in anything bad.
Is he one of the soldiers at the end?
He's the sergeant at the end, yeah, in the manor house.
It almost like it merges to me at that point into Dog Soldiers. I don't know if you ever watched that movie.
Okay.
But again, that's a British movie.
Literally, while I was watching last night, I was going, when is it that they get to Wales? That's World War Z.
Yes.
It's the wrong film.
Yeah. When they're in the woods, when the werewolves are attacking them, that's Dog Soldiers.
That's Van Helsing.
Yeah. Oh, mate.
But no, I absolutely loved it.
It was in my top 5 at one point this week.
Cracking film. Watch it again because it is relevant and the zombies is quite scary.
The church bit's scary.
Yeah.
When he's there and he goes hello, and then they all turn around.
I mean, literally, he gets the can machine. This was got the can machine spread everywhere.
In his little bag.
He gets his little bag. He gets a can of Pepsi first, he's banging it down as quick as he can. There's Cherry Tango there, and I'm like, get the Cherry Tango. Yeah. You've got to get the Cherry Tango.
Old school, but we had 28 Weeks Later, which was also a good movie.
It's a good movie, but not. I don't think.
And they're talking. Cillian Murphy said he's talking about a third. It should be a trilogy. He thinks.
28
months later.
Years later.
Yeah.
It nearly will be.
It could be, yeah. No, but that'd be worth a watch. I'd go to the cinema to watch that.
Oh yes. So yeah, number 5. You're happy with my number 5 this week?
Very happy.
Thank you very much.
It made it for me. Okay, my number 4. Now this is hard because many action movies. It was Lock, Stock.
Ooh. It's an honourable mention.
Lock, Stock beats Snatched for me because it was the original. It's Guy Ritchie's first big movie for me.
I agree with that completely.
And it's such a good story, and it's one of these like The Gentleman, which is also a Guy Ritchie. Right. I just like the way everything almost goes.
They're doing a series of that, aren't they?
Gentleman. Everything almost goes full circle. Everything ties in.
I get confused between the two.
Vinnie Jones' first outing as a bad boy, although he plays a similar character in Snatch.
Is that the one with Boris the Bullet Dodger in it, or is that Snatch?
Snatch is Boris, yeah. Lock, Stock is the Sting. That's by, yeah. So absolutely, I can't even. Yeah, it was big for me when I watched it so many times, and you can watch it.
So Lock, Stock's not got Brad Pitt in it. That's Snatch.
Yeah, he plays a gypsy in Snatch.
He's the gypsy boxer in Snatch. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, it's just a great movie. I love it.
Yes.
From the start where they're betting, he messes up. He ends up betting away his dad's bar. Sting's brilliant in it. It is a really good movie. It ends with Vinnie Jones smashing that guy's face in the door.
Yeah.
And he's kicking him, and you see it from that angle.
Oh, yeah.
Such a great movie. It was hard. I could not have that in my top 5 because it was brilliant for me.
It's very, very good. Honourable mention. Doesn't matter.
We will get on to honourable mentions.
It really is. We're going to be talking about them longer than the 5.
No, that's my number 4, which compares to yours as
Nil by Mouth.
What the?
Have you seen it?
Nil by Mouth.
Yeah. Ray Winston and Kathy Burke. Absolute belter of a film. If you've not seen it, you need to see it.
What's it about?
Right, so Ray Winston's a bit of a lad,
as he always is,
in a tower block, Kathy Burke's his wife, his long-suffering wife. There's a bit of knocking her about, and it's a bit rough. I've got to say, he's into the wrong things, you know, dealing a bit of toot, and there's some hilariously funny moments in the film. It's very dark and very disturbing. It's well worth it. What you need, if you've not seen Nil by Mouth, you need to watch Nil by Mouth. Honestly, God.
Why is it called Nil by Mouth? Is he in hospital?
She is.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Let's say.
Hospital comes into it quite a bit. So yeah, watch it. It's really, really good. Along the same lines of a Ray Winston film. So it could have been Sexy Beast.
Which is my number 3.
No way.
Sexy Beast. I'm sorry to steal your thunder there.
No, hang on.
Sexy Beast is brilliant.
Sexy Beast is a very, very good film. It's not in my top 5, but it's Nil by Mouth gets in there instead. It's a Ray Winston. It's got to be in there.
Ben Kingsley.
Ben Kingsley's brilliant.
It's absolutely amazing. Yes. If you've not seen Sexy Beast, it is class. He's a retired gangster. He's away. He's got his nice little villa in the countryside. Although the pool gets smashed up very early.
Yeah.
Ben Kingsley wants to get him back in for one last job, and he does not want to do it. It is just a phenomenal movie. I love it from the fact that he's oiling up. He's there. He's on his lilo. He's in his pool in Alicante, or Harvia, or some
Malaga. I don't know.
It's not Malaga. It's a bit too raw. But it is. Definitely, it's Costa Blanca over Costa del Sol. But no, it is a brilliant movie. I'm sure you all watched it, and I think it should be in everyone's top 5.
Yeah, well,
apart from this geezer.
Well, hang on a minute. I've substituted that. Effectively, Nil by Mouth could be the pre-film, the prequel.
I think you're grasping
to Sexy Beast. Watch it. You'll see what I mean.
Beast
he's a gangster. He's a drug dealing gangster in London. Proper nasty, horrible man. Could well be the pre.
He wasn't an horrible geezer in this. He was a nice chap.
Yeah, because he's chilled and he's retired. He's a gangster. He's not a nice person at all.
It's a brilliant movie.
Anyway, I agree. It is a very good movie. But you need to watch Nil by Mouth. Okay. Trust me.
So you're number 3.
My number 3 is 71.
What?
See, you've just got no style. So
I haven't got style. It's not even. I've never even heard of this.
71
movie.
Is about a British Army troop that is in Northern Ireland. There is some trouble. It kicks off. They get separated. A few of them die. It's all about the troubles. It's got Jack O'Connell from Skins as the lead character, who's also in SAS Rogue Hero, which will be our review if we ever get there.
If we get that time.
It's got Sean Harris from Harry Brown and from Prometheus. Brilliant actor, always looks very, very scary. Paul Anderson from Peaky Blinders.
Yeah.
Okay. None other than Arthur. He's in there. So, yeah, he's behind enemy lines. He's completely on his own. He's in a British military uniform. He's got nowhere to go. Locals start to help him. The IRA find out that they're helping him. They're trying to get them. They're trying to get this kid. There's a pub involved. There's a massive explosion. The British Secret Service are involved. It is an absolute worldie of a film. I think it's a Channel 4, a Film 4 film. You need to watch it. If you've not seen it, a lot of people haven't heard of it. It was a relatively low budget film, but you will not be sorry if you watch 71. It is a brilliant war film. Which there could have been a few.
We could do a top 5.
You know? I mean, we could have, even for this, we could have had Dunkirk.
1917.
Darkest Hour.
Some brilliant...
There's loads and loads of British fantastic war film. I mean, we're talking from our generation. I mean, we're not going back...
Bridge over the River Kwai.
I know. There's nothing black and white in ours.
No.
So yeah, absolutely, that beer makes me burpy. 71, definitely check it out. You need to watch it because you will love it.
I'll try it. Yeah.
Honestly, you will be texting me constantly going, this is
amazing. # it's on the list.
It's on the list.
Okay, brings me to my number 2.
Go on.
And I am not ashamed of this whatsoever.
Oh, here we go. This is Billy Elliot.
No. Train Spotting.
Okay, you ain't got to be ashamed of that. It's my number 1.
Train Spotting.
Yes.
What a movie.
Why would you be ashamed of Train Spotting?
No, I'm not ashamed of it at all. Train Spotting 2 was decent, but Train Spotting 1, Big Bit, my favourite character.
Train Spotting is immense.
It is a phenomenal movie. Ewan McGregor,
Twisted.
Spud, yeah.
He flings his shit all over the wall.
Yeah, and they go, every man cuts loose once in a while, they think he's wet the bed, but now he's pooped the bed.
He's pooped.
Yeah, and it gets pulled across the kitchen, he's just meeting his misses his parents for the first time.
Big
Then
transsexual.
Yeah.
Classic scene.
Yeah.
I mean, again, there's some bits.
It's a pint. No one leaves this pub till we find out who did it.
No one leaves this pint till we find out who glassed this real lassie.
It is a brilliant...
There's more extreme language than that.
It's a brilliant movie.
It's class.
It's a shame they left it so long for the follow-up. Diane, who plays Diane in it.
Yes.
Yeah. Went on to be in Line of Duty.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know her name because we just don't know anyone's names. We're just two lads who chat about movies. But Trainspotting is a phenomenal... It could have very easily been a number one. Yeah.
It is my number one. And it can...
I love it.
Literally, the way I do this, I get my long list and I go, right, yeah, that's going to be about there. That's
I always did what I loved most.
And I went, oh my God, that's got to be number one.
Yeah.
And it's close between that number one, number two. They alternated.
Maybe your number two is my number one.
I don't think it will be because I don't think you've seen my number two.
What's he on?
No, it's you that's the problem, not me. Mine are brilliant.
All right, okay.
Right, my number two.
Yes.
This is England.
That's my number one.
Yeah! Right, see you then. See you next week.
Yeah, that's it. We've agreed on too much.
Wow.
One and two. I had to kick him in the jaw.
So, hang on. Let's just, before we get into that, let's recap it. What was your number 5?
East is East.
Great film.
Yeah.
28 Days Later, great film. My 4 was a Ray Winston. Your 3 was a Ray Winston.
Yeah, but my 4th was Lock, Stock.
It could have been in mine quite easily. And I cannot believe we've alternated 1 and 2 Trainspotting.
Never happened before. Never happened before. This is England. What a movie. And the follow-on series was just as good.
Yeah. All 3 of them.
Yeah, can I have a chip, Sean?
I think they're on about...
I don't want any of your ginger chips, Sean.
I think they're doing another one. There is talk that they're going to do another one.
It is emotional. The movie's emotional.
Mate. Milky gets it, man.
Milky gets it from... what's it?
Stephen
Graham.
Graham.
What's he called in it?
I can't remember.
Well, he's badass. We should know this. This is bad.
So the cast is off the chart. You've got Stephen Graham. You've got Vicky McClure from, again, Line of Duty.
Yep.
You've got Joseph Gilgum from... he was in Emmerdale.
Yeah.
He's also in... what's it called? Brassic, that I reviewed a few weeks ago.
Brilliant.
Obviously, we've got...
Woody, that isn't it?
Yeah, that's Woody. And we've got Jordan Pickford. I mean, sorry, we've got Thomas Torgoise, who plays, obviously, Little Sean.
Little Sean's amazing, isn't it? He gets bullied all over. I've been picked on, all because of me trousers. Was it Compo? Was it Compo?
No. Yeah,
Combo. Yeah, he was brilliant in it.
Fantastic.
It was just brilliant. And then they did this.
But he's not in it a lot.
What were the series after it? Because this was based in the 80s, wasn't it? Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. And then the follow-on series you had were... this is England 86, this is England 88, and this is England 90. So, and it's phenomenal.
It really is.
Just is, and the characters stay.
And it is
we
good.
See them grow up almost.
They need to do something else because we need to know if Milky's brothers and his brothers' mates did do away with Combo.
That happened in 90, yeah?
That was 90. He disappeared, you never see him again.
Sad. That's a really sad...
Because he was trying to repent for what he'd done.
Yeah.
But it was too late, it had been set in motion. What he did in the film was bad. I mean, it's got everything, that film. It really has got everything.
Romance, action, violence.
A really, really big racism, national front part of the film. It does tie in really well with The Walk-In, which has just been on ITV.
So the best decade, the 80s.
I mean, 90s, mate, when the 90s, when they're raving, it's just...
They'll wear their Italian 90 tops.
Oh, mate, it's out there. The fashion they're wearing.
Thomas Tuchel is brilliant in it.
He is.
He is phenomenal.
Jordan Pickford. He's a good goalkeeper.
he is. He's phenomenal in it, and he has a bit of a love interest. What's she called? Smell? Yeah, Smell. This is England is a generational masterpiece. Yeah, I couldn't name anything over it. I can understand why you did. Trainspotting is another.
Because it's class.
It's just brilliant.
And on another day, you could have put them the other way around, and I could have put these the other way around. I was downstairs, literally putting my list together finally, because I like to do it right at the deadline, because then I won't change my mind. That could have gone either way. That could have literally been this is England number 1. So I'm glad it was your number 1.
Yeah.
I'm glad we kind of agreed on 1 and 2.
No fighting today, mate.
So wow.
No fighting.
Honourables then.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Yeah. I'll do 3. You do 3.
Okay.
All right. We'll do it like that and keep going.
Let's see how many we can
Okay.
get.
So, right, my first 3. All right. Mine are Great Escape, which we missed, which is a great movie. Lovely to watch at Christmas and New Year's Day. 28 Days Later, I had that as well.
That's in my mind.
And The Boat That Rocked. What a soundtrack to that movie.
Is that a British film?
It is a British film.
Just because it's got
Bill Nighy.
Right.
It's got
Russell Brand.
It's got everyone in it.
No.
And it's got
main characters are definitely American.
No, Rhys Ifans is in it.
Okay, but he's not the main character.
I'm calling it British, mate. Cause
okay.
Off the coast of Britain.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
But The Rock, also an amazing soundtrack. Okay, go on then. Go on.
Harry Brown.
Harry Brown, yeah. I
Harry
haven't got
Brown.
that in there. Yeah, it is a great movie. I've only watched it once, to be fair.
It nearly didn't get on this list. It nearly
Harry
got
Brown.
missed off.
Yeah, no.
Dunkirk. Really enjoyed Dunkirk. Great film. Another one that you will not have heard of, and it's This Year's Love. You know the David Gray song, This Year's Love.
I like that song.
Right? It is basically that song played as a movie, again with Kathy Burke. She's an absolute ledge of an actress, right? Kathy Burke's been in some amazing films. It is rock hard to track that film down, This Year's Love. I cannot find it anywhere because I want to watch it again, and I want to get the wife to watch it because she's never seen it. It is brilliant, and it literally is about This Year's Love. And at the end of the film, David Gray is in the pub, strumming away instrumental, doing This Year's Love. Brilliant film. If you've seen it, let me know, because it can't just be me that's seen that film.
I'm going to go with... Did you do 3 then, yeah?
I did.
You did? I got 1917, which you've already mentioned, so I'll do another 3. The Prestige.
I don't know that one.
Christian Bale and Hugh Jackman.
Okay.
About a magician. It's an absolutely phenomenal movie.
Is it British?
It is British, very British. The Full Monty.
Yes, that was in my next 3.
The Full Monty was in my top 5 at one point.
Ooh.
It's just a great movie. It's a real feel-good movie. And Layer Cake. What a movie.
I won't bother by
The Sienna Miller scene
Yeah, no, but I wasn't that bothered by
gave
the
me
film.
nightmares.
Chills.
Yeah, chills. Daniel Craig's amazing in it. I'll just
Go on, give us one more. One more.
2 more. 2 more. Skyfall. What a beautiful Bond movie.
Didn't put any Bonds in, but there are a few
and
Bonds.
Casino Royale. Those are the only 2 Bonds that made it for me. But
Oh.
but Skyfall is a beautiful movie, especially.
What about the last one?
Nah,
I've really enjoyed the last one.
Nah,
I got something in my eye at the cinemas.
Go on then. Give us 3.
3?
Yeah.
Right, so on the back of your Full Monty, before the Full Monty, there was another film which was very, very similar to the Full Monty, and it was called Brassed Off.
Yeah.
You need to watch it. It's about a brass band from a steelworks in Sheffield. They got no money, they need to raise money. It's the Full Monty, but with brass band instruments instead of willies. Okay? Watch it, it's very, very good.
Okay.
You're going to laugh now. These are a few of the comedy ones, going to rattle them off. Rita Sue and Bob 2 is a brilliant film. Again,
movie.
I don't think you see it on the TV anymore because it's probably not very politically correct anymore.
It's a bit rude.
In-Betweeners,
Yeah.
first one for me, brilliant. Second one, okay.
Yep.
4 Lions.
What a movie.
What's a film?
Rubber Dinghy Rapids, bro.
Brilliant. Shaun of the Dead. I mean, these are comedy films
Hoffers.
in there. I've even got Love Actually on here as
Yeah,
on
that is
the
great.
list, but that'll probably come up in the Christmas list.
4 Weddings.
Not mad
I
fan.
love 4 Weddings.
Another one that you've probably never heard of, Wild Bill.
I've heard of it. I told you I
Wild
watched
Bill
it.
is amazing.
I watched it on Netflix. I think it dropped on Netflix a few weeks ago.
Yeah, it's a really.
He's been away in
good
prison.
film.
He comes back and his
That's
kids
it.
have been looking after themselves.
Yeah.
Good movie.
Yeah.
Good movie.
Yeah. Dregs, a society movie.
Good
Brilliant.
movie.
Billy Elliot, we haven't mentioned.
Can I do a few?
Is a good film.
Can I do a few?
Go on, do a few.
The Business.
No,
Most things with Dan Dyer in the class.
they're not.
The Business is a brilliant movie.
It's
You know what I
okay.
mean? Or the Sergio tracksuits.
Tamar,
You know what I mean?
Tamar Hassan.
Yeah, it is Tamer Hussein. Brilliant movie. Football Factory, Green Street.
But they'd never make a top 5 list unless you're doing top 5 Danny Dyer movies.
Brilliant. Green Street. Snatch, obviously. Quadrophenia
Yes.
with Ray
Yes,
Winston.
yes.
Brilliant. Absolutely phenomenal movie. A couple of anything Harry Potter. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm counting those
that's on
one.
my list too. So
they
Harry
are
Potter.
brilliant, but we've done that before. Italian Job.
Mm,
Monty Python. Life of Brian.
never seen them. Never seen them.
Life of Brian's a brilliant movie.
Never
Go on. Couple of yours final ones.
You've done East is East because it was in your list. Darkest Hour we talked about as well. Yesterday. That is a brilliant film.
Oh, the thing about the Beatles.
Yes.
The Beatles didn't
It's a
exist.
power cut. The Beatles didn't exist, but 1 or 2
Never
people
seen
still
it.
remember. Honestly, it's a hoot. It is an absolute hoot. Watch that. Bohemian Rhapsody.
Great movie.
Brilliant film. And the rest of my list we've mentioned with Snatch, Lock, Stock, and all of the Harry Potters.
My final ones here, which I agree with all those. Borat and Ali G. I'm classing
Borat I'd go with. Ali G, not so much.
Ali G was great when it first came out.
For the time.
Dead Man's Shoes.
Oh, I've just remembered more.
Dead Man's Shoes is a brilliant movie with Paddy Constantine.
Drop Dead Fred.
Drop Dead Fred. That is.
Oh, Rick Mail.
It is Rick Mail. Dog poo, lovely, lovely dog poo. What a movie! But that was set in America. But you're talking
it's a
British actor.
Film.
What's he called? A Snotface.
Snotface.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I don't want to ruin it with my final one because it's a must-watch.
Oh,
but I'll do that in maybe I think we'll have to do that as a bonus episode. But yeah, the only other one was The Gentleman, which I said before.
I haven't seen it, but I've not seen good reviews of it. Apparently there is a series going to happen. And did you know that our man Jax from Game of Sons of Anarchy, what's his name in real life? Come on, Charlie Hunman.
Yep.
I didn't know he's actually British.
He's British.
Where's he from?
Worcester.
He's from Newcastle upon Tyne. He's a Geordie.
He hasn't even got a Newcastle accent.
Apparently he has. It slips out occasionally in The Gentleman, but I've not seen it, so I can't say.
Stop messing around.
Hey, don't say that.
Yeah, mate, what a movie! What a movie, Gentleman.
That was fun.
Yeah,
that was. You need to tell us yours.
It was hard.
Get involved. Dive on the comments.
We already had a few on the Instagram.
We have, on Insta. We've had a few.
That top 5 from Dan was very close to mine, to be fair.
East is East dropping in there, pinged it back into my mind. I love that. I had that on VHS. East is East. I think I wore it out.
East is East is a phenomenon. It was so funny.
It is hilarious. I really want to do the bit, but I can't do it. You just can't.
You know what? I know. Yeah.
Yeah, class. That was brilliant. So yeah, if you loved it and you like it and you want to get involved, drop some comments, like and share on Instagram, and share the link for the YouTube on your Facebook, your Bebo, your MySpace. Just share it. Write it down on paper loads of times and put it up on lampposts.
Yeah.
Get it out there.
We just want to talk about movies. You know, we're not looking to be famous or anything, but that would be nice. We quit our jobs.
Speak for yourself.
But yeah, we just want to.
I'm going to fit my review in.
We just enjoy doing this.
I'm going to get my review in here.
Should we? I could probably do my must watch in one.
Should we do it?
Let's do it.
Let's just do it. Okay,
yeah, let's do it.
What was I doing? Review. Right, I've watched the first episode of SAS Rogue Heroes on the BBC.
Sounds terrible.
It's not terrible. It's very, very good. It's loosely based on how the SAS was formed during World War II in Egypt, trying to get the Germans away from Africa, because if they'd have taken Africa, they probably would have won the war. It was a very important front on the war, which never really gets talked about much. But if they'd have taken the Suez Canal, nothing's coming through. It's game over.
Key point.
You know, it's an absolute key point. So it is three guys from three different regiments in the British Army, and they've got this idea. They all went to training together, and they come up with the idea for the Special Air Service. It's a hoot. It's very, very funny.
Not Surfers Against Sewage.
No, it's not Surfers Against Sewage. It's got Connor Swindles from Sex Education, Adam with his Mahoosive slong. That does not make an appearance in the first episode. It may afterwards. It's got Alfie Allen from Game of Thrones with his no slong.
What a geezer.
There's a lot of slongs in this.
Yeah, Alfie Allen's brilliant.
And it's got Jack O'Connell, who was in 71, which we talked about earlier on, and also in Skins, which we talked about earlier on.
Cook.
So, a brilliant first episode. And I know people who've seen it all.
I can finish with my must watch.
It's bingeable. It's on iPlayer. You can watch all, I think, the 6 episodes. They're all on there now. Go for it. Give it a whirl. I'm going to give it, because I'm really tight with reviews, I'm going to give it 3 out of 5 stars.
Standard for him. He gives everything 3 out of 5.
No,
okay,
3 or less.
I'm going to go must watch, right?
Go on then.
My must watch, based on the fact we're doing Brit movies, is if you get a chance, and I'm sure you already have, you lovely people, to watch Rise of the Foot Soldier. 1, 2, 3 in Marbella, Origins, and a new one coming. Okay, right. In all seriousness, Number 1 is brilliant.
Right, number 1 is brilliant.
Yeah.
Don't bother with any others.
Yeah.
Watch the Essex Boys instead.
No,
that's good.
It's obviously based on the Land Rover murders,
yeah.
Range Rover murders, wasn't it? In Essex. You know, there's all kinds of conspiracy theories about
the Essex Boys.
Yeah,
it's the same thing.
Yeah, so it's Tony Tucker, Pat Tate, Colton Leach. You know,
I know, but the geezer was in EastEnders.
The number 1 is brilliant. The rest get
Dan,
a little bit far
Dan
fetched.
somebody,
They made
didn't
up the rest.
Of course they did. Yeah, it ended when he got shot in a Range Rover.
The first one is brilliant.
Rise of the Foot Soldier.
It's up there with Football Factory for me.
It's not difficult, really. You're not setting the bar very high.
Yeah, and also we had Cardboard Cutout Gangsters, the British movie as well, which is also similar to that. But it's a brilliant watch. It's a true story. It's quite emotional, and it is quite funny at times because Pat Tate is a geezer.
Yeah, he is a geezer. I won't say no. That if you want to watch that, watch The Firm, Gary Oldman. I don't know how that's not on my list actually. Football violence film, brilliant. It's the first one that was any good.
We didn't mention Green Street, did we?
We didn't mention Green Street because it's not very good.
I like it.
No, it's the accent. You can't get away with Charlie's accent. Needs a good slap.
Elijah Wood's pretty bad, isn't that?
Elijah Wood's pretty bad.
Yeah, we'll move on anyway.
Yeah, let's move on. Rise of the Foot Soldiers, yes. I agree. Watch the first one if you've not seen it already. I mean, if you stay up past 11 o'clock, it's normally on Channel 5.
It's a great movie.
I don't know if I'd say it was a great movie. How many stars would you give it?
3.
It's a 1 or a best.
It's a great movie.
It's a good film.
It's a must watch.
There you go. You've got your must watch. Right, we have been Bold TV Reviews. I've been JJ. This has been Freeman, and we have loved giving you this week's top 5 best.
Thanks for watching.
Best British movies.
Next week we've got
next week's
chick flicks.
Top 5 chick flicks.
Wow, chick flicks, movies about girls. It's a request from Sophie Freeman, so one of our fans.
So we do listen.
Daughters.
You know, if you want us to do a top 5 of something that you love, let us know, and we will definitely get it on the
coming
list
up next week.
So yeah, we're looking forward to that one. And if we catch this, watch this, subscribe, share it, do all that stuff. We love you. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Like and subscribe, please.